Hi, I'm Pam Heller, AccuQuilt's cutting expert. I'm here today to show you how easy it is to use the free downloadable embroidery file for the Go Pickup die. Now the first step is that you want to log into your account at AccuQuilt.com so you can download the embroidery files in the correct format for your particular embroidery machine. Once you've downloaded it, go ahead and put your file onto a flash drive and take it over to your embroidery machine. Now, to get started, make sure you have already pre-fused your fabric. Remember, you can add up to 4 layers of cotton in one pass, but that fusible has to count as a half a layer of fabric. And then once you pre-fuse your fabric, don't worry, you don't have to worry about that lengthwise grain. Now, once you've cut all your shapes, then here we are at our embroidery machine. We're ready to start with those files. All right, so I already have my background fabric with some stabilizer in a hoop, and now we're all ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come here to my embroidery machine, and I'm gonna choose my file. Okay, so today I'm gonna do the pickup truck with the blanket stitch. Remember, we have 3 stitches, the blanket stitch, the satin stitch, and the motif stitch. All right, you want to make sure that your pickup truck is going in the correct direction as the way that you have cut it. Make sure you don't sew it backwards. All right, now I have my stabilizer and my background fabric in a hoop. And what the machine is going to do now is it's going to put a placement stitch. Here we go. Now, typically I would do a color that would match my design, but today, so that you can see it, I'm doing all of my embroidery stitches in black. What it's going to do is it's going to stitch out each of the pieces that you need for the pickup truck. And it's going to start with the biggest shape first. So as you can see, it's going to do that placement stitch of the pickup body. All right, now that it's stitched out the placement stitch, I can take my pickup body and fit it right there perfectly. You want to make sure you keep it in the hoop. Now, this is a great use for your little shovel iron here. This is the one I use all the time for embroidery. That way you can keep your pieces in the hoop. Okay. So I'm just going to iron it down. That fusible is going to adhere to the back. Okay. All right. Now I'm going to let the machine do the rest of the work. So now it's going to add that blanket stitch to the pickup body. Now that we've added the blanket stitch to the body, now it's time to put the next placement stitch on. So now it's going to stitch out that bumper. All right, so keep it in the hoop, and now I'm going to add the bumper. And that placement stitch makes it so perfect for lining up your shapes. Take my little iron, press down, make sure that fusible is adhering. All right. Lock it back up. And now it's going to stitch the blanket stitch on the bumper. All right, now we need the placement stitch for the tires. All right, now I'm going to add the fabric for the tires. Make sure you give it a good press so that fusible adheres. Next is the placement stitch for the hubcaps. And now the final placement stitch for the window. All right, we're nearly done. Again, quilters, you want to make sure you give those pieces a really good press. Look how cute our pickup is. All right, let's do our final stitching. All right, and there it is, our Go Pickup. Quilters, I know you'll enjoy using your free downloadable embroidery designs with so many of your projects. With applique and embroidery, AccuQuilt will help you cut time so you can quilt and applique more.